Guys, and please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Good morning, guys. Good morning to all. Please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Attending in online. Right. Good morning, guys. Good morning to all. And and can you check it, guys? Then what we completed the last session and what we are discussing. What exactly in the content we are discussing now? I think so. We are discussing about the differences between Java and others. Here we are discussing overall. Inside this, we are discussing fourth point. And before this fourth point, what exactly the points we completed already regarding these differences? The very first one is C and C++ are static programming languages, whereas Java is a dynamic programming language. So required clarity I've given and a discussion also will be completed for that. Second one is after that C and C++ required preprocessor, but Java does not require preprocessor. This is another one. Next one is then after that. Third one is the most important difference, and this difference is no. C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages, whereas Java is a platform independent programming language. Points already we had discussed today in much clear. So some diagrams also were given on the basis of this. Next one is after that. The fourth difference we started and just a little bit introduction part I've given. Pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. Pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. Right, so this is a point. If we observe this point now in the last class content, in general, in the programming languages, variables are able to store data. Okay, int env is equal to 111. In a C and C++, to manipulate data through memory locations, C and C++ have provided a type of variable, a separate type of variable. That variable is called as which one? Pointer variable. What is the meaning of which one? Pointer variable. That's what we find. Now, I want to provide like which one here. I want to check how this pointer variable is existed, then how we are able to provide this pointer variable. The last class I given a small diagram for it. Right now, this is exactly the diagram what I provided regarding these pointers. Okay, fine. Right, so now inside this just I given a code for these pointers. What was the code here I given? The code would be like which one here? Int envo is equal to 111 into star p is equal to ampersand envo. Int envo is equal to 111. Envo is a normal variable where data is 111, data type is integer. On the basis of this data types, 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. At the starting address location is 1010 and variable name is envo and data is like which one? 111. Right, so data is like which one here? 111. That's what we are getting. Right. Next one is after that, after completion of this particular point, then what next one I'm telling to you. So here, int star p. Star p is representing which one? Star p is nothing but a pointer variable. Then p is equal to ampersand envo. P is equal to ampersand envo in the sense we assign envo address location to p variable. Ampersand envo is which one? Address location. So we provided address location to this p variable. So literally p variable has address of envo. Envo is which one? Envo is having address 1010. That 1010 we assign to p variable. So here how much memory? 2 bytes of memory. That depends on integer. Of course, 2 bytes or 4 bytes or 8 bytes, depending on programming language. programming language to programming language, memory allocations of these variables, that is data types variables, are going to be changed. This is the total meaning of like which one can know this content key. That means which one can know pointer variable and what how it is provided clearly. That's what we do. Now let's compare the point. Let's compare the point why pointers are not existed in the case of Java. And parallelly, I want to discuss with you why pointers are existed, why pointers are existed in the case of C and C++. This question here we have to answer that. I'll provide one or two answers for these questions. Now try to understand it clearly. Right. The first one, very first one. Why pointers are not existed in Java? Right. If you come for this point, answers are very clear, sir. Now all of you answer this now. What was the answer here? I'm telling that very first one. And before that, I'm asking a question to all of you guys. Now try to answer for it. What is that? My point? No. Right. Point number one. First point. Pointers are recognized and initialized at the time of compilation. Pointers are recognized and initialized at the time of compilation. So, pointer variables required static memory allocation. Pointers are recognized and initialized at the time of compilation. So, pointer variables required static memory allocation. That means memory allocation at the compilation time. Memory allocation at the compilation time required static memory allocation. Understand this. But what is the Java situation? What Java is following memory allocation, guys? I'm asking to all of you. Please respond for me. But what Java situation now? Right, sir. What Java situation, guys? Now tell me. Java is following which memory allocation? Is that static memory allocation or dynamic memory allocation? Which memory allocation is required for Java? Oh, yes, we have to answer for it. So Java required dynamic memory allocation. Java is following dynamic memory allocation. That's perfect. All of you are giving right answers. Java is following dynamic memory allocation. But pointers require static memory allocation. Java required dynamic memory allocation. Right, sir. But Java following dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation. Right. Because of this reason, might be pointers are not suitable in the case of Java programming language. Because of this reason also. Right, sir. Up to this point. Next one is then after that, point number two. Point number two, second point. So what is this second point here I'm telling to you? Listen carefully. Pointers are supported by static programming languages. Because of the above reason, pointers required static memory allocation. So which programming languages are following the static memory allocation? Static programming languages only. So here the point is which one? Pointers are supported by static programming languages. But what about Java? Java is a dynamic programming language. Both the points are very same. First one and second point. Right. Now let's come for this third point now. Exactly. Yes, exactly, Bhavani. Right. And third point, if you observe this third point now, all of you understand this clearly. Pointers are very much suitable. Pointers are very much suitable in a platform dependent programming languages. Pointers are very much suitable in a platform dependent programming languages. Pointers are very much suitable in a platform dependent programming languages. Right, sir. Pointers are very much suitable in platform-dependent programming languages, but Java is which one, sir? Now, what is this Java now? Java is what? Java is platform. Come on, guys. What is this Java now? Java is what? Pointers are very much suitable in platform-dependent programming languages. But what is this Java? Is Java is platform-dependent or platform-independent? Definitely, Java is which one? Platform-independent. Platform-independent programming language. Right, sir. This is the another reason why pointers are not suitable in the case of which one? Java programming language. Good. Now let's come for this third point. Point number 3. All right, guys. Now understand one point I'm asking to you. Pointer variables are representing address location directly. Pointer variables are representing address locations directly. Am I right? Pointer variables are representing address locations directly. So once if we catch a pointer variable value, we are able to get address locations of the data. When address locations of the data we are getting, then it is very simple to catch the data through the pointer variable, and it is very simple to modify the data. It is very simple and to hack the data, and it is very simple to introduce viruses also. So if we catch the pointer variable value, data location we are able to get. Once data location we are getting now, it's very simple to manipulate the data. It's very simple to modify the data. All the things are anything it is possible. Once data address location is available. So what is the point I'm telling there? Finally, pointer variables are providing less security for the applications. Pointer variables are providing lesser security for the applications. So pointers are not safe. Pointers are not secure. Pointers are very less secure. They're able to reduce security for the applications. Pointers are not safe in our applications. But but what we are concluding officially about this Java is very good secure programming language. Java is very good secure programming language. Yes, obviously, Java is very good secure programming language. Good. Java is very good secure programming language that we know, and it has to provide very good security for the application data. Very good security for the application data. That's the point. What I'm telling you. So another point is like which one pointer variables are providing less security for the applications, but Java is very good secure programming language. It has to provide very good security for the application data. This is another point, sir. Next, one more point, guys. All of you have to this clearly. See, one simple point I'm telling to you. Pointers is a bit confusion-oriented feature, sir. Pointers is a bit confusion-oriented feature, but I will explain this point in a way. But Java is very simple. Java is a simple programming language. Java is a simple programming language. Must not provide confusion to the developers. So this is the fifth point what I'm telling you. Now let's understand this clearly. Pointers are a bit confusion-oriented features. Why? What is the reason for it? Let's observe this clearly. Pointers in the sense, whatever the pointers we have seen in our academics, totally different, and whatever the pointers we are going to use in a real-time application development. In general, pointers we might be seeing pointers. Guys, 1 minute wait. 1 minute wait. Right, sir. Good. Right. And so in general, pointer variables, what you have seen there, one data variable is available. The data variable is referred by pointer variable by storing some address location. Up to that, in general, we are able to see now. But in the case of pointers, multi-level pointers are available. Guys, all of you observe this clearly. In the case of pointers, multi-level pointers are available. What are these multi-level pointers now? One pointer is able to refer another pointer. Multi-level pointers are nothing but which one? One pointer is able to refer another pointer. Like this, how many levels? No, at any level. One pointer is referring to another pointer is referring to some other pointer is referring to some other pointer. Finally, some other pointer is referring our data. So here, the pointers declaration we can do at a multi-level. So when we go for these multi-level pointers, if it is like which one or two or three levels, okay, fine. We can understand which pointer is referring which pointer. And finally, which point is referring data that we can understand. If it is one level, two level, three level, it's okay, fine. If it is 10th level, if it is 10th level, if it is 15th level, who knows about it? And who will track like this? Which pointer is referring which pointer? How it is possible for us to identify or to track which pointer is referring which pointer? Definitely there a bit confusion will be raised. We may lose our control over the programming part if it is too much. That multi-level pointers we provided in a too much manner, definitely we are going to get some confusion while tracing which pointer is referring which pointer and finally which pointer is referring data. A bit confusion is going on, definitely. So because of that reason, in general, what we used to say, pointers is a bit confusion-oriented feature. Basically, it's a confusion-oriented feature, but where if we take multi-level pointers, again, it will increase its confusion. So pointers is a bit confusion-oriented feature, but Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide confusion to the developers. Good. So these are the reasons why we can conclude that pointers are far away from Java programming language. And at the same time, we can understand pointers are very much suitable in C and C++. Not only Java perspective, in the point of C and C++ also, we can conclude that pointers are suitable in C and C++, and we can conclude that pointers are not suitable in a Java programming language. Right, so now these are the various reasons that we can identify here. So then I want to give one more point. Now let's understand this clearly. Pointers are recognized and initialized at the time of compilation. Now tell me guys, in a C and a C++, memory allocation is going on at what time? That means which type of memory allocation is going on there? No, static memory allocation is going on. So pointers variables require static memory allocation. In a C and a C++, static memory allocation is going on. So pointers are suitable in C and C++. Next, so pointers are supported by static programming languages as C and C++ are static programming languages only. So they are suitable. Pointers are very much suitable in platform dependent programming languages. Perfect. And C and C++ are which one? Platform dependent programming languages only. But Java is platform independent programming language. Next one. Pointers are pointer variables are providing lesser security for the applications. Yes, exactly. When compared with Java, C and C++ are lesser secure programming language only. When compared with Java, C and C++ are lesser secure programming languages only. Next one is pointers is a bit confusion oriented feature. Pointers is a bit confusion oriented features, but Java is a simple programming language. It must not provide confusion to the developers. But pointers is a bit confusion oriented feature. Then definitely in C and C++ are not much simple programming languages when compared with Java. That's why here C and C++ may have which one? Pointer variables. So in a C and C++ perspective, in a Java perspective, in both the cases, the pointer variables are much suitable in the case of C and C++, but Java, that means in the point of Java, pointer variables are not much suitable. Guys, now these are the reasons we can understand why pointers are not existed in Java and why pointers are existed in the case of C and C++. That's okay, guys. Good. But I have a question now. I have a question. What about my question? Please put more concentration. Right. This topic is today's highlighted content. But what about my question? My question would be, Right. Fine. In C and C++, when we declare a pointer variable, when we initialize the pointer variable, we have diagram like this. A block of memory is created for ENO. Then P is a variable. This P variable is referring this block of memory. That's why we said this P variable is which one? Pointer variable. Yeah, exactly, guys. So in a C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. In a C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. That's why we said that variable is a pointer variable. That's the reason why we understood that variable is which variable there? No, pointer variable. Good. Similarly, what I'm telling to you, guys, all of you have to this clearly. Tell me, guys, Java is an object-oriented programming language or not? Please, all of you respond for my question. Simple, simple question. Java is an object-oriented programming language or not? Definitely. Java is an object-oriented programming language. Can you tell me what are the various object-oriented features? Can you tell me, guys, what are the various object-oriented features? What are the various object-oriented features? Just what you know. Even if you don't know nothing else, no problem. At least what do you know about this object-oriented feature? Just I'm asking there. Yes, inheritance, polymorphism. Come on. Yeah, polymorphism, inheritance. Just whatever the words you know, just type it. No problem. So not to feel anything shy. If you don't know, just we can say don't know. That's it. If you don't know, just we can say I don't know. That's fine. Yes, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, perfect. Yeah, exactly. Don't know. Right, Winky, no problem. I will explain to you. Right, encapsulation, abstraction, that's fine. Yeah. Right, I like it, right. Inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation, right. And Rishik, yes, exactly. Classes and data hiding, inheritance, yeah, fine, perfect. Yes, fine. Object, class of object, yeah, within us, right. Okay, guys, good. Right, all of your answers are right. Then here I don't require all of these object-oriented features. Just you have to believe only one point. That point is just you have to believe class is one of the object-oriented feature. Class is one of the object-oriented feature. That point I require. Right. Anyway, overall, if you observe these object-oriented features, what are the various features now? First one is like which one? Class. We require that. Next one is object. And next one is encapsulation. Then next one is abstraction. The next one is inheritance. Then after that, polymorphism. Then after that, one more point is available, message passing. Anyway, I'll discuss about all these points in the future classes, no? But as a list to specify what are the various object-oriented features, immediately you have to give these 7 points. In the future also, number of times I will ask this question to you. Can you tell me what are the various object-oriented features? If you ask no, immediately we have to get in our mind a class, an object, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and message passing. Immediately, we have to get this information in our mind. Right. For that purpose only, I given all these points now. Good. Right. Anyway, finally, we understood class is an object orientation. Class is an object-oriented feature. So finally, class is which one? An object-oriented feature that we required anyway. Give this, guys. I'm asking this question to all of you guys. Observe this clearly. In Java, when we declare a class, say for example, class A, for example, I declared, when I declare a class, and for this particular class, when we create an object, A small a is equal to new A constructor. This statement is representing object creation statement. Guys, observe this clearly. A small a is equal to new A constructor. This is like which one? Object creation statement in Java. A small a is equal to new a constructor. This is object creation statement in Java. Good. So what is object in the case of Java? Class is to declare a class, that I know. Class is for declaring the class, that we know. But what is this object actually? Object is not any other one. Object is a block of memory. That's it. Object is not any other one. Just object is a block of memory where data will be stored. That's it. Object is a block of memory where data will be stored. Okay, good. So if you run this particular intersection, if you run which intersections are, if you run this a small a is equal to new a constructor, if you run this particular instruction where object is created, an object is created, that object is referred by a variable. That object is referred by a variable. Now this is an object that is referred by a variable. What is this variable actually? A variable. Object is referred by a variable. That variable is which one? A variable. So I can specify now a variable is existed here. Now this a variable is referring this object. That a variable is referring this particular object. That's fine. So in the case of Java, when we create an object, automatically memory will be created. That memory is referred by a variable. Understand it clearly now. So here, in the case of Java, this variable is called as reference variable. In the case of Java, this variable is called as which one? No? Reference variable. Right. This variable is called as a reference variable. But in the case of pointers, this variable is called as like which one? In the case of C and C++, this variable is called as which one? Pointer variable. As all of you observe this clearly. This variable is called as which one? Pointer variable. In the case of C and C++, in the case of Java, this variable is reference variable. So here, my question is, in this scenario, my question is, in this particular scenario, my question is, understand guys, what I'm telling you. In a C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. That's why we call it as pointer variable. Similarly, in the case of Java, when we create an object for a particular class, in the case of Java also, a block of memory is created and that block of memory is referred by a variable. In the case of C and C++, a block of memory is referred by a variable. That's what is a pointer variable. In the case of Java, a block of memory is created. That block of memory is referred by a variable. That variable we called reference variable. But here my question is, in C and C++, a variable is referring block of memory. That's why it's a pointer variable. Same thing is happening in the case of Java. But now here we are using that variable is a reference variable. My question is, why don't you call this variable as a pointer variable? Or how can you say pointers are not existing in the case of Java? Exactly. In both the cases, variables are referring block of memory. But in C and C++, it is pointer variable. But in the case of Java, same thing is happened. Now we are not using the word pointer variable. Simply we are using the word like which one? Reference variable. So why? Why pointers are not exist in the case of Java? And how can you say pointers are not exist in the case of Java? And why don't we give the name for this A variable is a pointer variable? Then why don't we call this variable as a pointer variable? This is my question, guys. As all of you are getting my question, first of all, answer for me. Are you following my points? Are you getting my question clearly? No response, guys. Please be active and try to give responses for me time to time. Yes, I'm asking one question. Now, what I am asking to you, whether you understood the question or not. The answer is later, and I'll give clarity on this answer. First of all, whether you understood this question or not. Yeah, just question whether you understood this question or not. That's my point. Yeah. So, indirectly, what is the question I have asked to you? Indirectly, I have asked the question. I have asked the question like which one? What are the differences between pointer variable and reference variable? I have asked. What are the differences between pointer variable and reference variable? That was the question I have asked to know. Yeah, exactly. Because of runtime memory created in Java. Yes, perfect. Anyway, then some answers are available that I will ask there, that I will give information to you now. Guys, now my question is now directly, if you observe this directly, my question, what are the differences between pointer variable and a reference variable? If you want to differentiate pointer variable and reference variable, first we have to understand how reference variables are created in Java. We have to understand how pointer variables are created in C and C++, how reference variables are created in the case of Java. That we have to understand. So in this explanation, in this particular point, we know how pointer variable is created. I explained line by line clearly. Then we understood clearly this pointer variable. But in the case of Java, I have not given any procedure how reference variables are created. Just as shown, when we create an object like this, block of memory is created. That block of memory is nothing but which one? Object. That block of memory is referred by a variable. That variable is called as which one? Reference variable. Just as said like that. But I didn't given any internal flow, internal concept, how reference variable is created. So now my point is, if you want to differentiate pointer variable and reference variable, first we have to understand how reference variable is created. After that, we will compare both. After that, we will compare pointer variable and a reference variable. First, let's understand this, how reference variables are created in the case of Java. Good. Now, all of you observe this, guys, what I'm telling you. So, what was the point here I'm telling to you? Reference variables, how it is created. Now, listen, all of you listen, guys. All of you listen, guys. All right, sir. All of you understand this, no? Guys, and now the time is and 7:37 nearly. So next 10 minutes of time. The topic is very, very important. Try to put more concentration. I'm giving a little bit internal how reference variables are created in Java. I'm giving this type of point now. Now just next 10 minutes of time. Topic is very, very important. I try to put more concentration on this particular topic. Good. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Say for example, class A. For example, I have taken class A. Class A here I have taken. Inside this class A, some variables are available. We don't require all of them. These variables I don't require, but anyway, then few of the variables are existed. Inside this class A. Good. Class is existed. Then fine. I want to create an object for class A. So here I will create a small a is equal to new constructor. That means inside this, what I said to you, new is an operator, comes it is keyword. New is a keyword, the two operator. So both keyword and operator. So this new keyword is having the functionality of object creation. This new keyword had the internal functionality of object creation. So KVM will execute it. Then after that only object will be created. And a constructor is available. We'll talk later on this constructor. It will help us. It helps us to initialize the object. It helps us to provide initialization inside the object. You'll understand it anyway. This variable is the reference variable. After creating an object, if you want to refer this object, then we have to use which one? This variable. This variable must be declared with the type is which one? A type. That means class A type. So this is overall, this is an intersection we are using to create an object in our Java. Come on, guys. I'm asking this question to all of you. I'm asking this question to all of you. Now tell me, who will execute this Java program? Who executes this Java program, guys? Now please all of you respond for me. Who executes this Java program? Come on, I'm expecting answers from all of you. Right, sir. Who executes this Java programs? JVM will execute this Java program. Right, exactly. Now this I'm telling JVM. This I'm telling Java. That means JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Right, sir. Good. At the same time, in the case of Java, in the case of Java, different types of memories are existed. Multiple types of memories are available. Different types of memories are available. But we don't require all these types of memories. As per my requirement, at present, we require only one type of memory. What is the type of memory here? The type of memory would be heap memory. So where only we are able to create object, there only object related data is going to be stored. Objects are created inside this heap memory only. Everybody has to understand this clearly. So this is JVM, and here heap memory is existed. It's a memory block. That's it. It's a huge memory block where Java is going to create objects. It's a heap memory. There only Java objects are going to be created. That's perfect. Next, all of you listen carefully. To control this heap memory, another person will be assigned. To control this heap memory, another person will be assigned. Who is this another person actually? His name. Who is this another person actually? His name is heap manager. His name is which one? Heap manager. Heap manager who controls this total heap memory. What is the meaning of controlling heap memory? Just as per JVM requirement, creating objects in heap memory. As per JVM requirement, destroying objects in heap memory. That means who controls this total heap memory, about to allocate memory for the object and about to deallocate memory for the objects. As per the JVM intimation, it able to perform the required action, either creating object, either creating memory for the object, or might be deallocating memory for the objects. This kind of scenarios here we are able to do. Right, yes. Now all of you understand it what I'm telling you now. Now I'm going to start a little bit flow of execution. I'll try to observe this clearly. First of all, when JVM executes this in a section, which in a section no, a small a is equal to new a. When JVM executes this in a section, a small a is equal to new a. That means new keyword. When JVM executes this in a section, immediately, JVM will send a request to the heap manager. JVM will submit a request to heap manager. What is that request now? I want to create an object for my class A requirement. In a class A, some data I declared to store the data. I required an object. I said to you already, object is a memory block. Heap manager will submit a request to the JVM will submit a request to the heap manager about to create an object. Why? Because I need an object now to store A class data. So I need an object. Please create that object. Like this, JVM will send a request to heap manager. Then heap manager will search for the required block of memory. Say for example, size of the object is submitted by JVM, like 10 bytes of memory. For example, variables are available in class A. On the basis of variables only, memory sizes will be calculated. So JVM will send a request to the heap manager about to create an object, and JVM has already specified that how much memory is required for this object. 10 bytes of memory minimum, like this. It might be specified. It has to specify that. So JVM has given that information also to the heap manager. Now heap manager get a request from JVM, required an object with the 10 bytes of memory. Then immediately heap manager will search for the 10 bytes of memory as a single unit. Heap manager will search for the 10 bytes of memory as a single unit. So it will search there at heap memory. So once 10 bytes of memory is available, 10 bytes of memory is existed as a single unit, immediately what heap manager will do now? What heap manager will do immediately? Immediately heap manager will create an object to store A class data at heap memory. Immediately an object will be created by heap manager. Object is created at heap memory, heap manager. That's fine. Guys, now I'm asking one question to you. In this example, in this Java program example, just we are talking about only one object at heap memory that is created by heap manager as per the request from JVM. That's going on. But can you tell me, guys, if you take any real-time application development or if you take any in general application development, how many objects you are creating in heap memory? Can you please tell me? Is that only one object or more than one object? In general, in Java applications, how many objects we are going to create at heap memory? Is that one object or number of objects as per the requirement? Please confirm to me. No? Is it only one object or more than one object? Definitely, it's not like exactly one object. It would be more than one object as per the requirement. That's perfect. As per the requirement, we are going to create more than one object. It's not like only single object. Yes, sir. Understand my point clearly now? Say, for example, I have an employee class. Employee object is required. In the same application, I have student class. Student object is required. In the same application, customer class is available. I require customer object. In the same application, number of entities are available. So number of objects we are going to create. But here, creating number of objects is not at all big deal. That's okay, fine. You can create number of objects. Heap manager will allocate the required blocks of memory for each and every object. So heap manager, anyway, it's able to create more than one object. That's fine. It's able to create more than one object. That's okay, good. It's RAM only, not in a hard disk. Then RAM, that is heap memory, is existed in RAM. Understand my point? So, as Dinkar, understand my point? It's not in a hard disk, it's a RAM. Fine, good. As Dinkar, I'm waiting for your response. Understand it? Okay, fine, good. So, guys, now all of you understand it clearly. Definitely, we are going to create more than one object in our Java applications. But here, creating more than one object is not at all big deal. But after creating more than one object, what is important now? After creating more than one object, identifying each and every object individually is the biggest task. Identifying each and every object individually is a task for the heap manager. But how heap manager is able to identify each and every individual object, how it is possible? How heap manager is able to recognize the objects individually? Right. If you come for this point, what heap manager will do? Heap manager, whenever an object is created at heap memory, heap manager will create an unique identity for each and every object. When an object is created at heap memory, heap manager will provide an unique identity for each and every object. Right. Say, for example, for the present object, unique identity is, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This unique identity in the form of integer value provided by heap manager is called as hash code of the object. The unique identity for each and every object is called as which one? Hash code of the object. That's fine. That's the point here. What I'm telling you. So whenever an object is created, immediately heap manager will assign an unique identity in the form of an integer value. That unique identity in the form of integer value is called as which one? Hash code of the object. Not GC, Bhavani. GC in the sense graphics character in general, but just it is an identity for the object in the form of an integer variable. That identity is called as which one? Hash code of the object. Very clear information. It is like which one? A hash code. Good. Whenever heap manager has created this hash code value, when heap manager has created this hash code value, what heap manager will do now? Of course, this hash code value is at memory level identity. That's okay, good. When a heap manager created this hash code value, then immediately heap manager will take this hash code value. Heap manager will take this hash code value. Then immediately heap manager will submit the hash code value to JVM. Immediately heap manager will submit the hash code value to JVM. Come on, guys, observe this clearly. What I'm telling you. Heap manager is submitted. That means heap manager will submit the hash code value to JVM. Say, for example, now it's like which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what JVM is doing now, whatever the hash code value we are getting from, whatever the hash code value is provided by heap manager, immediately JVM will take the hash code value. JVM will convert the hash code value to its a hexadecimal representation. JVM will convert this hash code value to its hexadecimal representation. Let's say, for example, AB56, just assume it. AB56 is a hexadecimal form of hash code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a hash code. It's an integer value, but that integer value is converted to hexadecimal form. That hexadecimal form is like which one? AB56, for example. Right. Listen carefully. One more conclusion. Hexadecimal form of hash code. Hexadecimal form of hash code value. Hexadecimal form of hash code value is called as hexadecimal form of hash code is called as reference value of the object. Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as which one? Reference value of the object. That's it. So whenever hash code value is converted to an hexadecimal form, that is called as the reference value of the object. When reference value is created, whenever reference value is created in our Java program, automatically that reference value will be assigned to a reference variable. The reference value will be assigned to a variable. Now this variable, whatever the variable which holds the reference value of the object, that variable is called as a reference variable. That variable is called as which one? Reference variable. That's it, guys. Then what I'm telling to you, when if any variable holds the reference value of the object, then that variable called as which one is called as which one? A reference variable. That's it. Not more than that. That is called as like which one? A reference variable. Not more than that. So this is the total scenario how reference variable is created. Guys, all of you understand this clearly. It's very simple. It's not at a difficult point. Just you have to put your mind. Just can you give 1 minute of time, guys? Just please 1 minute of time. I'll come back now. Right, sir. Yes, Dinakar Raj. No, if you save this object in database, no, reference value is also be stored or not. No. So if you want to save this data inside the object, what we have to do, no? First, we have to get the data from the object. We have to separate data from the object by using serialization, and that separated data we may store into the database directly. That's it. That's the procedure now. That's why while performing serialization, we are going to lose the reference value. We are going to lose reference value. We are not going to have reference value. So in the serialization process, we will get data separately, and that separate data will be stored inside the databases. That's okay. That is a different content. In JDBC, we are going to see the type of concepts now. Anyway, guys, now all of you observe this clearly. Once again, just one time, just I want to repeat this total process. Please try to recognize this, what I'm telling you now. Concept is very, very simple. No need to think much about this content, but only your understanding is required. Right, sir. All of you observe this clearly. Once again, I'm going to start from starting now. Class A have taken class A, and some variables and methods are existed inside this class A. It is not at all problem for us. Good. Class A we have taken. By using A small a is equal to, by using this statement, A small a is equal to new constructor. A small a is equal to new constructor. This statement can be used to create object. This statement is used to create object. Good. So who will execute this statement? JVM will execute this statement. That's okay, fine. In Java, mainly which memory we are using? Heap memory we are using mainly. Nearly 5 types of memories are available in Java, but all these 5 types of memories are not required. No. In JVM architecture, we have a separate topic, JVM architecture. In the JVM architecture, I will discuss about like which one? This memory types. But as of now, at present, I required only one type of memory, that is which one? Heap memory. Only one type of memory I required, that is called as which one? Heap memory. Good. To control this total heap memory, heap manager, a separate component is assigned. Heap manager is a component assigned to control this total heap memory. What is the meaning of controlling heap memory? Creating objects inside the heap memory, destroying the objects from heap memory. This kind of scenario is nothing but which one? Controlling a heap memory. That's okay, fine. Guys, all of you observe this clearly now. When JVM encounter this in a section, a small a is equal to new keyword and a constructor, immediately JVM will submit a request to heap manager about to create an object. Immediately JVM will submit a request to heap manager about to create an object. Immediately heap manager will ask the JVM, I'm ready to create an object, no problem, but with which memory, with how much memory you want to create object? First of all, give that memory quotation information to me. How much memory you require inside your object, just give that memory size. Then immediately JVM will contact with the class where it will inquire for the variables and their data types. On the basis of that variables and data types, it will calculate memory size. And finally, the JVM will give that memory size information to the heap manager. When JVM got that memory size information from JVM, when heap manager identifies, when heap manager got memory size information about this present object, then immediately heap manager will search for some required blocks of memory as a single unit. It may be 10 units of memory, it may be 10 bytes of memory, it may be 20 bytes of memory, depending on the declaration of the data what we provided. So how much it calculated, that information is given to heap manager. Now heap manager is trying to prepare that 10 bytes of memory or 20 bytes of memory as a single unit. Heap manager is trying to check for the required blocks of memory at our heap memory. Good. When required block of memory is identified at heap memory, heap manager will assign the block of memory for JVM requirement. And whatever the block of memory is created, the block of memory is called as which one? Object. The block of memory is called as which one? Object. Right, so now object is created. An object is created, to recognize this object individually and to manipulate the data inside this object, we require some identity for this object. Some identity is required for this object. Then immediately what heap manager has done, heap manager has assigned one unique identity for this particular object. One unique identity for this particular object in the form of an integer value. It is not starting point of the address location. Just it is an object, then it's like which one you know. This object is provided. This object is provided by an identity by heap manager. That identity in the form of an integer value is called as which one? Hash code of the object. That identity in the form of integer value is called as which one? Hash code of the object. When a hash code was created, heap manager will take that hash code value. Heap manager will send the hash code value to JVM. Heap manager will send the dashboard value to JVM. Now what JVM is doing? JVM is converting. JVM is taking the dashboard value. JVM is converting the dashboard value into its hexadecimal form. Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as which one? Reference value of the object. Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as which one? Reference value of the object. When reference value of the object is created, that reference value will be assigned to a variable. That reference value will be assigned to a variable. That variable is called as reference variable. That variable is called as which one? Reference variable. Everybody yes, understand this point clearly. That variable is called as which one? Reference variable. So finally, what I'm telling to you here itself, we have to understand it now. Reference variables holds, reference variables stores reference value of the object. Reference variable is able to store reference value of the object. What is this reference value? Reference value is a hexadecimal form of hash code. Reference value is a hexadecimal form of hash code. What is this hash code actually? Hash code is an integer value provided by heap manager to identify the objects independently, to recognize the objects uniquely, to recognize the objects independently, and a JVM, that means heap manager has provided an integer value. That integer value is called as which one? Hash code of the object. That hash code is converted to hexadecimal form. Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as reference value. A reference value is assigned to a variable. That variable is called as which one? A reference variable. Right, sir? Yes, exactly. Hash code is only for objects, not for any other one. Guys, that's fine. I'm asking one question to all of you guys. Now try to answer for it. Just I'm asking one question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. All of you know. Observe hash code value, observe reference value, and observe reference variable. Can you tell me at any state, at any particular state, at anything, any chances to use address locations of the object, guys? Now tell me. Have you used any address location? Maybe at a reference value, maybe at a hash code value. If you observe this, have you used any address locations? No. Have you provided any address locations? Have you used at any location address locations? No. Just check it. Hash code is not address location. Reference value is not address location. Reference variable has not stored any address location. So if you observe this total procedure, I did not use it at any place address location. I have not used any address location in this total process. Understand my point here? So indirectly, what I'm telling to you, finally, or indirectly, what I'm telling to you, my point is very clear. What about my point? No, my point is address location manipulations are not existed in Java. Address location manipulations are not existed in Java. Address location manipulations are existed. Address location manipulations are existed in the case of C and C++ only. address location manipulations are not existed in the case of Java. That's the point, guys, what I'm telling you. Address location manipulations are not available in Java. Address location manipulations are available in the case of C and C++. Now, after understanding this total flow of execution, internal flow of execution, now I can differentiate pointer variable and reference variable. Now I can differentiate pointer variable and reference variable. Tell me, guys, what is the first difference I'm telling to you, in between pointer variable and reference variable? If you come for this point, what exactly is the first difference? No, very simple. Pointers are existed in C and C++. That's perfect. But whereas reference variables are existed in Java. Reference variables are existed in Java. Pointer variables are existed in C and C++. Reference variables are existed in Java. This is the very first point. Let's understand the second point. No, all of you observe this clearly. Guys, a variable is referring a block of memory by storing its address location. A variable is referring a block of memory by storing its address location. That is called as pointer variable. A variable is referring a block of memory by storing address location is called as pointer variable. But in the case of Java, what happened there? In the case of Java, say for example, in the case of Java, a variable, say for example, this is a variable, is referring this block of memory. It's also a block of memory. This variable is referring a block of memory by storing a reference value of the object. A variable is referring a block of memory by storing a reference value of the object, AB56. That means here also I'm telling there, a variable is referring a block of memory by storing a reference value of the object. That's it. A reference value of the object. So, if any variable is referring a block of memory, that means referring an object by storing its reference value, then that variable is called as which one? A reference variable. That variable is called as which one? A reference variable. Right, so now let's understand this point anyway. The second difference, what I'm telling to you, pointer is a variable. Pointer is a variable. It able to refer a block of memory by storing. It able to refer a block of memory by storing its address location. Pointer is a variable. It able to refer a block of memory by storing its address location. Right, that's fine. It able to refer a block of memory through address location. But what about reference variable? What is a reference variable? A reference variable is a variable. It able to refer a block of memory. Here the block of memory is nothing but which one? Object. In the case of Java. Reference variable is a variable. It able to refer a block of memory. That is object. It able to refer a block of memory by storing object reference value. By storing object reference value. But here, what is reference value actually? What is this object reference value? Object reference value is hexadecimal form of hash code, where object reference value is hexadecimal form of hash code, where hash code is an unique identity provided by heap manager in the form of an integer value. Understand it, guys? What I given? No, note I given. What is this note? If you observe this, object reference value is a hexadecimal form of hash code. Where hash code is an unique identity provided by heap manager in the form of an integer value. That's it. Object reference value is a hexadecimal form of hash code, where hash code is an unique identity provided by heap manager in the form of an integer value. That's it, guys. Now, this is what exactly the meaning of like which one pointer variable and the reference variable, how they created. Right. Point number 3, another point. Pointer variables are very much suitable in static programming languages. That means pointer variables are existed in static programming languages. Static programming languages. Why? Because pointer variables require static memory allocation. But whereas reference variables are very much suitable. Reference variables are very much suitable in dynamic programming languages. Dynamic programming languages. Why? Because in a dynamic programming languages. Why? Because, alright, sir. Reference variables require dynamic memory allocation. That's it. So because of that reason, Java is a dynamic programming language. Java uses reference variables concepts through object reference values. So it is not using pointer variables. So guys, now tell me, I'm asking one conclusion. This is a final answer for this question. Now I'm asking one question to all of you guys. Now try to answer for it. My question is, now tell me all of you know, pointer variables are existed in Java or not? Pointer variables are existed in Java or not? Please confirm to me, guys. All of you, respond for my question now. The final question today, you have to respond for me. So pointer variables are existed in Java or not? No, no way. Not at all. Not at all possible to use pointer variables in a Java programming language. That's it. Now, this is a difference. This is a point here what we have to understand about our content. Exactly, Sudhir. And by using reference variables, we can access the data from object and we can modify data inside the object also. Yeah, that we are able to do. Right. Whereas now let me provide that diagram and as well as like which one, our data. Then let me save this total part. Then after the diagram also I want to save. Right. Right. So, given that, and I think so some of your new members guys, then how it is Java is a secure programming language. Yeah, then 1 minute, Sudhir. See, a number of reasons are available, Sudhir. Then to say Java is a secure programming language, here we are having a number of reasons. It's not like single reason. A number of reasons are available. So one of the reason is which one? As of now, as per our understanding, I'm telling there. One of the reason is Java is not using pointer variables because of its less security. This is also another point. In this context, if you want to say why Java is secure programming language, it doesn't have any features, security, lower security features like which one? Pointers. This kind of concepts are not available. So because of that reason, we can conclude Java is secure programming language as we are not having pointers related concepts. Understand it? So this is one reason. As of now, at present, with respect to our context, we can say that. But to say Java is a secure programming language, a number of reasons are available. So in the respective time, we will talk about that points there in the future. Understand, Sudhir, what I'm telling to you? Okay? Yeah. Guys, just wait a minute of time. Sudhir, understood what I said to you? Sudhir M. Understand it? Yeah, that's fine. Good. Guys, then those who are new members now, try to take this class coach. Today I will show how to join with this class code also. Those who are new members, just we can take this class coach. Just note this class code, or at least take in a picture in our mobile phone. If you have taken that, just type done, then I can understand it, whether you have taken it or not. Try to take this class coach. At least on the top of your webinar, screenshot is available. Screenshot. At least those who are new members, those who are not having this class code, if you take it, then I will show how to join with it. Just type done, then after that I will complete it. That's okay, fine. Can I go for next one? Right. Okay, guys, that's fine. Now, again, what I'm telling you, then after that, guys, if you want to be reached to this particular Google class code, Google Classroom support, just what I'm telling to you, open your Gmail, guys, first of all. Open your Gmail, all of you. Open your Gmail. Right side top dots are available. Right side top dots are existed. Click on these dots. Scroll down. Scroll down. There we are getting classroom. There we are getting classroom app is available. Google app. Click on this classroom app. Then we are able to get only one empty panel. We are able to get. As I created these many classes now, as I'm taking these many classes, that's why I created for each and every batch a separate class I created. But what I'm suggesting you may not get any these many of things now. Then after that, after getting this empty panel here, what we have to do, just to click on plus button. Just to click on plus button. If you click on this plus button, yeah, just click on plus button. Then where what we are able to get join class. Don't click on create class. Already created class. Click on join class. When you click on join class here, we are able to get class code. What is this class code, guys? Whatever the class code you provided there, I provided there. Just type this class code and click on join button. If you click on join button, after entering this class code, automatically you will enter, you will come to this panel. This panel here we are able to see where whatever the classes I have taken, whatever the content I have taken, all this content I provided in this class code. So daily classroom notes and some diagrams, if I prepare any diagrams, the diagrams and classroom code, everything will be provided here. So already I given inside this one. Now we can download it. But how to download, guys? Guys, don't click on any of these resources now immediately. What I said to you, if you want to download these files, right click on it, open a new tab, open a new tab. When we open a new tab, there we are able to get like which one? Directly download option. Then we can download it. Directly we can download this. Here, if you click on this download, it will be downloaded. Understand it now. And one more thing I'm telling to all of you guys, this is support. This is for only sharing classroom notes, classroom diagrams, and classroom applications on movement. What are the things I prepared in front of you to share that to your? I'm using this particular one. Guys, all of you observe this clearly. But here I'm not going to provide any video support. Why? Because to get the video, we have to wait 1 hour of time. From cloud, we have to get that video. Then after that, our admin people will append that video to you. So here we are not going to provide any videos through this particular one. Inside this channel, just I'm going to share only my classroom content. That is the things I'm preparing inside the class that I'm able to provide. But if you want to get videos there, our admin people will add that videos to the Google Drive. That Google Drive access will be provided to you. That we can see that we are unable to download even that videos also. So if you are not getting any of you are not getting videos there, try to contact with our admin people. The admin people will share that videos and everything to you as per our registration. So if you want to contact with our admin people, what's the number we have to use it? Just use this number where Bhavani will be existed. Bhavani will be the person for you, responsible person, and she will talk with you regarding these formalities and everything. Okay, guys, that's fine. So all of you are getting clarity on this. So shall we meet on tomorrow? Right? Shall we meet on tomorrow, guys? I'm going to wind up this session. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot, and we'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow we will extend some other points there. Within 1 or 2 days of time, I will finish these differences now. Then after that, I'll start a new topic. Max. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we are using Java from where to allocate memory to variables and objects in heap memory only. Sai Kumar, in heap memory only. Yeah, in heap memory only that objects are going to be created. Heap memory is existing in a RAM, random access memory, not in a hard disk. At RAM only that memories are everything will be created. Understand? Understand, Sai Kumar? Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll see the remaining part. Thank you.